Hello everybody, welcome to another Valheim tutorial. Today we're going to be seeing what happens if Valheim has a vending machine. Yes, you heard me right. Valheim can have a vanilla-friendly vending machine. Let's show this in action so that you see what we're dealing with here. The player simply has to come up to the main shelf, at which point they can read what the sale is. And this one is Arrow Frost, 20 coins each, 50 remaining. Alright, let's put in 200, see what happens there. 200, boom, thanks. We got a message in chat, and boom, look at that. We got 10 frost arrows. This is automatic. Any player can access that top chest and make a purchase and loot what they get. The top shelf is a normal chest, but the other three chests, supply, price, and profit, are all only accessible by the original creator. The trade shelf can be set to have pretty much anything. So here in our supply shelf, we have 40 frost arrows, and here in our price shelf, we have 20 coins. That means that here in the top shelf, let's give 100 coins and just close the chest, and boom, automatically, they're converted based on the contents of the supply chest and the price chest, as shown. And this ends up becoming a really fun feature because it allows players to trade with one another when they're offline in a protected manner. I only was able to produce this because of the generosity of Dakar and also for Raka for inspiring me and working on other trading systems. But for now, let's focus on how a player would create one of these trade shelves and set everything up, because it's designed to be as easy as possible for the player. First, the player has to build a personal chest, and the orientation of the trade shelf will be determined by the orientation of this personal chest. After you produce your chest, all you have to do is type a message in chat, say, and then shelf. This will activate the trade shelf. At this point, we have an unset vending shelf. It doesn't offer anything. If we look at the top chest, we can see it says, set up the vending shelf. Load chests, then punch twice. All right, we need to load the supply chest. I'm going to put in 3 thunderstones, right? And then we open the price chest. This is the cost for one of whatever is in the supply chest. All right, so we put our 30 coins in the price chest. Now we need to punch twice. This is how you apply the latest information to the shelf. Boom, boom. Punch twice. After that, you'll hear some noises and see some updates. And then you can look at the trade shelf and look at that. It says Thunderstone for sale. 30 coins each, 3 remaining. So let's give as many coins as we can afford, which is 60. We just have to close the shelf, and then boom, we have our 2 Thunderstones. Look at that. And you can see that if we put in 9 coins, nothing happens. Because the shelf knows Dakar has worked magical voodoo with his mathematics, so that we don't have to deal with any of this nonsense anymore. And this is all available for you to try out in Valheim World Editing. For now, let me show you one of the other features. As you see, I've shown you how to set it up, how to use it, and some of the details. But what if you need to remove them? Well, it's quite simple. Only the player who is the owners, so only the person who made the shelf can remove it. And then they go remove shelf, just like this. And then boom, it vanishes. It's that simple. So now that you're comfortable using the shelf and you've seen what it's capable of and understand that this is a vanilla-friendly script, well, now let's look at the actual installation. What do you need to make this available to either your vanilla friends who you can invite without any mods, or on your server who then vanilla players can access without any mods? The star of the show is Expand World Prefabs, a server-side mod. Yes, server-side. And that's how we make all this voodoo magic vanilla-friendly. I won't go into the details of installing EWP because all I really need to do is give you access to the group that teaches people about EWP and is a huge source of my own personal inspiration. And that group is Valheim World Editing, which is a group owned by Yer, the creator of Expand World Prefabs. To get into the server, just look in the description of this video for the invite link to the VWE or Valheim World Editing Discord. You're going to go down to config share, which is where you copy and paste scripts. From here, search for vending shelf. And that'll give you access to the prefab and data scripts necessary to get these vending shelves to work. I will warn you that in general, people don't believe that this kind of stuff is possible. They think that it's unreliable. They think that things aren't going to work. So in the beginning, people are always very hesitant. They're very, they won't really believe you. But once they've experienced it, once they've tasted it, then they'll be like, holy crap. And before you know it, your players will be asking you to develop new features because they know what you can do. And if you want to learn more about that world, I've got loads of content all about developing and managing EWP scripts on a server. And I even have an affiliate relationship with Zap Hosting, who offer a really reliable hosting service that has great customer service. They've always treated me really well, and I've been able to fix every problem I've had with them. They offer BepInEx servers that are pre-configured, so all you have to do to get EWP running is just drop in the EWP DLL and the server Devcommands stuff and a couple other server-only mods. Your players don't need them. And you'll be ready to go. From that point on, you can just drop some text on the server and boom, the whole world of Valheim will shift and change to your will. If you want to learn more about that and play on a world that's made this way, then I invite you to try out Path of Magic. Path of Magic is the world you see right here. It is a world featuring hundreds of altered Valheim mechanics, and I've been having an absolute blast managing it. If you want to learn more about that, you can find other videos. And if you want to learn more about setting up your own server, then check out this video guide that I did that has all of the information that you need to know. If you want to see any kind of scripts, or you have any ideas for new mechanics that we could make for Valheim using vanilla assets already present in the game in new and exciting ways, then comment below. Let me know your ideas. It is really fun turning people's ideas into scripts. People don't believe this stuff is possible. I see you all just watching my video about how to enable server Devcommands. Oh, just you wait. Eventually you're gonna realize that Valheim is a much, much bigger game than you ever realized. Until then, I hope that you have a lot of fun, and I thank you for watching. Bye-bye.